Good morning, listeners, and welcome to the Trade Talk podcast. This is Shrikant Chouhan from Kotak Securities, PSU Research. On Wednesday, in the US, stocks fall on concern Fed may hike interest rates again in the coming meeting. That has actually spooked the sentiment. Equity markets close at the lowest point of the day, broken an important support, and also if we go through with the global macros, then the 10-year bond yield touched the levels of 4.30 and the dollar index is above the mark of 103.5. Crude came back from the highs. It was around $87, $88 some few days back. Now it is at 83.5. And again, if we go through with the Asian markets, then there also we are seeing good amount of profit taking or trading at in the negative territory. GIFT Nifty is down nearly 70-75 points, and the overall sentiment is indicating us that it is not favorable for the equities. However, for our markets, if we see the overall setup of last 2 days, then whenever the market has fallen to the levels of 19,300 or 250, we saw good amount of recovery or comeback from the lower levels. In the previous week also we mentioned that 19,250, 300 is going to act as important support, and there we should be a contra buyer in the market. Now the test is 19,500, and if we see the market is crossing 19,500, then the next level to watch out for would be 19,600 to 650, where the market is having resistance of multiple short-term averages. Broadly, we are of the view that for the day, on the back of weakness in the Asian markets and weakness in the GIFT Nifty, if we see the market is opening somewhere close to 19,400 or 380, then there we need to see and review the overall pattern of the market. If we see the market is sustaining below the levels of 19,400, then we can expect further more weakness up to 19,300 or maybe 330. But if we see the market is again rebounding from the lower levels, then it is positive. Then with the intraday's low, we can look for adding some long positions in the market, and above 19,500 we should be a buyer in the market with a target of 19,600 to 650. For the Bank Nifty, there we are seeing consistent weakness, but again the overall recovery is suggesting us that 44,000 is the level, and above that we can expect recovery towards 44,500. Few of the PSU banks recovered very well from the lower levels, and that's the reason we need to be more and more active on the PSU basket. Apart from that, we need to focus on infra companies, as number of the companies reported good numbers, and in case if there is any correction, and whatever the correction is right now happening in the market, I think in that we should look for adding capital goods, engineering, infra companies with a medium to long term view. For the IT companies, there also we are selectively bullish, and whenever there is a specific sideways kind of activity in the market, most of the time we see some activity in those sectors which are outperforming when there is a correction. So in the current correction, if we see, then other than IT, all the other indices except infra, I think there we saw some correction. So we are expecting some activity in infra as well as IT companies, and PSU banks to be on the long side if there is any furthermore weakness in the market with a contra view. That's all from my side. With this, I am ending today's morning podcast. Thank you very much for listening me. Have a great day.